All right, hello and welcome back to another episode of Mr. Pisto Plays Magic the Gathering Arena, or welcome, maybe you're not welcome back to the new viewers. We are playing Edgar Charmed Groom, we're playing Standard Brawl, and Edgar Markov's Coffin. So other vampires get +1/+1, when he dies you transform him into the coffin. And then if you remember and you don't click the button to make him go into the coffin and you put him in your command zone, something to always keep in mind. At the beginning of your upkeep, you get a 1/1 black vampire creature token with lifelink. If there are 3 or more of those bloodline counters on Edgar Markov's coffin, you transform it back to Edgar Charmed Groom. So you can bounce it back and forth when it dies. To try and get it into our graveyard, we are playing a few board wipes. We're also Hero's Downfall, one of the new or returning cards, reprints from Crimson Vow. Destroy target creature or planeswalker for a black colorless. This time it is uncommon. In the past it's been a rare. We have Path of Peril. We have By Invitation Only, Doomscar, Blood on the Snow, the Meat Hook Massacre. I put Path of Peril and Invitation Only in this pile to represent the board wipes, and there are quite a few of them. This one is modal. You either destroy all creatures with mana value 2 or less, or if you cleave it for 6 mana, you get to destroy all creatures. We have Sorin the Mirthless, 4 mana, 4 loyalty planeswalker, card advantage, creating vampire tokens, and if you can get it to the -7, dealing 13 damage and you gain 13 life. Then we have Silver Quill Command, 4 mana sorcery, gives creature +3/+3 in flying, returns a creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, which we're probably not using that mode, but we get to draw a card and lose a life. Or if your opponent's at 1, you can target them to get them to lose a life, and you can make your opponent sacrifice creatures. And then the By Invitation Only, you get to choose 0 and 13. I don't know why you would choose 0. Each player sacrifices that many creatures. So it's kind of more on the controlling end. You could play it as a vampire tribal deck. I tried that first to a little success. I found more success with the control version, with the Hero's Downfalls, the Humiliates, the Fractures. And we got some good value creatures with Laessa and Henrika. Tiny bit of ramp with Arcane Signet and Skyclay Relic. And yeah, that's the deck. Let's get into a few games. These might be longer, so we might not have as many games as we've had in the past, but we'll see. All right, on to game number 1. All right, please remember to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the dislike if you don't like it. Up against white aggro. We have 3 into 4s. If we can survive that long, this hand is okay. If we don't survive, or if they start running us over, we're in trouble. Let's keep it. We got lands, we got spells. The only reason these videos are going to be short is if stuff like this happens. We'll put that down because it's coming into play. It would come into play untapped, but later. But we might as well put it down now. So this will be... You could do a humans build, or you could just go straight up mono white. Yeah, I think we're dead. Like, this is probably the best 2-drop you could play in white. I just don't think we can keep up. This comes into play untapped. Interesting. All right, board wipe of some kind would be lovely. We just need to do this. Could have maybe held on to it to see if they want to put another counter on it. We'll be able to hopefully eat something with this. And game over. Okay. It's not game over, but it's very close to game over. We're going to... What I really need is a 5 mana board wipe. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, sure. 1, 2. So I block here. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're not dead. But we're very close to dead. So here I can play Charmed Prince. No, we're just dead. We are dead as a doornail. Make them sacrifice a creature, but we have to sacrifice something. All right. Them's the breaks. We played mono white aggro the other day and got creamed. So, hey, here we go. All right. On to the next one. Kaboom. That's what happens when you put colorless lands in your deck. You have to mulligan sometimes. Up against Loth Spider Queen. This will be a control deck of some kind. This is a keep. This will be mono black control, or could be mono black like tokeny stuff. But I don't know if there's enough mono black for it to be. You're either aggro or you're control with mono black right now, in what I think. Couple powerful enchantments. I guess you could be Reanimator. Let's get that going. Return it from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I guess they didn't have a land. Did they draw their land? They did. Do you take Sorn or do you take the removal spell? Play the top land and attack for 1. Here, I think. Don't want to attack their graveyard.
My power is for annihilation.
All right. The Meat Herc massacre will be good.
Go on, run, but we will catch you.
Mm-hmm. So here I think I'm going to do this to kill this. If I do that, they can just recast it again. So I get Edgar going. Play Edgar. Now they have all the men in the world.
Oh yes, I know the knowledge you seek.
All right, land. They have all the mana in the world, so does it really matter? Do this. See what you're playing with. I mean, we'll make this one. Then we'll play Thalia. Chumpy chump chump. Sure.
We will slay our enemies. I will get what I want.
Mm-hmm. What does this 7 do? The beginning of your instep, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. Interesting. Let's do this for 1.
I will. And I, the generous one.
That goes there. Mm-hmm. That goes there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My will cannot be denied.
Alright, we have our own hero's downfall. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we can put this here. Actually, I'm gonna put it here. And then we're going to end the turn.
I always reward the loyal.
Drew a disenchant. Maybe. Interesting game. Whether we win or lose. Gift that keeps on giving. I think I'm just going to downfall that.
Do what I demand.
Some kind of sacrifice spell. Land. Gotta start going for the throat.
My power is for annihilation.
So I'm gonna get hit for 510 here. Five from this, and then at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. I'm gonna gain a bunch of life though next turn with my attacks.
I am merely delayed, not defeated. Aren't I generous?
Has 7 counters on it now. Black. So now the question is, do I board wipe? If I board wipe, they can bring back Ebon Death. I kind of have to attack. tap down a scooter. That's annoying. I'm back to 15. They don't have the mana to bring this back now. But they're gonna just play this next turn. I think I'm going to eat that skeleton. Mm-hmm.
You could have such power. Aren't I the generous one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of...
Subservience will be rewarded.
This card is broken right now in Magic Online. Or MTG Arena, which really sucks. I could board wipe. Well, let's attack first. Tap the Death Toucher.
Do what I demand. My will cannot be denied.
So if I play this and tick down, that still lives. I'm going to do this.
A gift in exchange for loyalty.
This is so close to going off.
I will cull the weak.
Are we gonna lose to Strixhaven Stadium? Yes, we are. Whenever creature has to deal damage, so we're not gonna lose to it just yet. I was hoping they'd tap down that Field of Ruin. I have what? 2, 4, 6, 8 mana. Sure. Well, now I think I'm just dead. Yep. They did everything right. I need a board wipe off the top. And that is the game, I think. Gonna lose to Strixhaven Stadium.
We will slay our enemies.
Good game. Boom. You're not just... all the triggers. I lost to Strixhaven Stadium. All right, on to game number 3. Probably the last one. That was a long one, but a good one. All right, here we go. We have a couple lands. We have ramp into 2 pretty solid 3-drops. Let's keep Valki, God of Lies, and Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter. Typically Rakdos Control. We saw it in our last video. We'll keep. Edgar's been... it's a fun deck to play, but it's not the strongest deck in the world, as you've kind of witnessed so far. But it is fun. And they're only on black mana, which kind of sucks, but I'm this is slowing them down. That might be poison in the cup. It's like, do you kill it? Do you not kill it? It could also be a funky mono, sure. Bottom. I want this into this. You just play Valki now? It's my Sedgemoor, which would be a nice nab. Interesting. We're just going to jam the professor. What do we want? I want... this card is... oh, we could play it from our graveyard. That's fun. Let's do this.
I never thought I'd miss the library.
Ow. Where's your red mana? Or is it literally mono black? That sucks. Ow. Do we do a banner? Let's plus this first. Kaya is good. Oh, Blood in the Snow is good, but I think Kaya is better for us. What we're going to do is we'll play this. I want to play Sedgemoor Witch into Humiliate here. That. Attack for 4. We got there. one really long game, 2 short games. We got the W. They were either stuck on red or playing mono black. Let's get into a post game and that'll be the wrap. All right, here we do. All right, Edgar, Charmed Groom, and Edgar Markov's Coffin. When the coffin did flip over, like I remembered to do, it did pretty good. The deck is fun. I don't think it is great. I think if you're looking for a commander for this side of deck, I think Kaya the Exonerable might be a stronger bet. Another way that you could build a deck, and not so aggressive, but you could build it just with straight up vampires. There are a lot of vampires in, not so many in white, but there are a lot of vampires in black and a few multicolored vampires. So you could, in essence, build it that way. A card that I thought really, just plays well in any deck is the Meat Hook Massacre. It helped us stay in that game with Loth Spider Queen until we did inevitably die. But for the most part, it's a fun deck. I wouldn't call it top tier by anything. Professor Onyx, as we saw in that last game, if you hung around for that, is a very, very powerful card. And yeah, Edgar, Charmed Groom. Fun, not great, but awesome. It's just a fun deck to play. All right, thanks for watching. I know there's not a lot of post game here, but that's my thought. The only other way to build it is the vampire route with like the welcome vampire, because you're going to be making a bunch of 1/1s. I think Nighthawk Scavenger is something that could even be played in the deck I have already, just because it's kind of a little bit of a roadblock with that death touch. And we didn't really get to see Sorin Mirthless do its job, but it's a pretty cool card. So anyways, Edgar, Charmed Groom, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. From Mr. Pisto to you. Bye for now.